Hello and welcome. Today I'll be sharing how to become a successful news contributor. So here's a little about me. So I'm Jack and currently a junior at Osos High School. So again, I'll be sharing my thoughts on how to become a successful news contributor, or any news contributor because presentation skills apply to all. So here's a picture of me to get more familiar. And here's my resume. Most importantly, you have to put your name, your address, your contact, and maybe your social media. So here's what I put over here. And basically, political contributor is what I'll be doing. And I believe that my political skill will secure our success. So some of my previous could be I was a senior patrol leader at Boy Scout, and I'm currently a Life Scout. I'm almost Eagle, all Smithsonian Bird Review. I'm a currently member of FBLA, and I've done it since my freshman year. And I volunteer at a variety of places that includes food banks, Salvation Armies. I painted walls at the parks, all kinds of that. And I've been a waiter because we had a fundraiser in 2019 and 2020 before COVID, and I waited there. So I served there. I've done a good job. And education, I'm currently a high schooler. My current GPA is 4.2-ish, enrolled in 4 AP courses, and I cooperate with my teachers well. So continued skills, I have great presentation skill. I'm not afraid of presenting. I'm highly interactive. I can interact with all kinds of people. I am never afraid of bringing up new ideas. So if an old idea is bad, I can share my new ones. And most importantly, I get along with others well, so everybody likes me and get along with me, and I'm okay with suggestions and criticism because they are helping me in my career, how to improve myself, right? And I'm always smiling and never get mad because it's good for my health and it's make me more successful overall. So let's talk about some of the statistics, status, salary, and obstacles that we're gonna face. So statistics, the average U.S. job growth is 6%. Basically, it's mainly professional speaking to their colleagues and your audience. So do you know California is always a little higher because we have a little higher average GDP. So data, as I mentioned, its statistics are pretty good. The job growth is pretty good, and when you really reach the point, you're already pretty successful. Everything else should be easy once you reach that point. And salary, your base salary as a reporter should be 35K, and you can work yourself all the way up to 161K. That's when you became, top contributor or experienced, all that. But this is not the limits. If you're a former governor or elected official, you can get way beyond this as a fact. So some obstacles can face you, and the biggest obstacle is that you got denied by your job. You just can't get in, or you have low wages, and you can't make enough to live, or just want to quit, or simply being looked up on. They just don't like you, which is a worse situation, and you just can't cooperate. That might be an issue because you're meeting a brand new team. So here are some organizations in that field. And similar careers could be Aussies or any career related to research and presenting your knowledge to the public or and your audience. So here's a brief summary of it. It's basically I'm presenting my political knowledge to the audience and to inform them about the policies and regulations, political analogies, and most important, I have to analyze them. And I analyze them, I inform them about what's going on so they know which party to support and they can make the best political positions for themselves and the country. So basically, after you're done with this job, you're retired. It's your final stage. Usually, you become an elected official before you got here. So after you got here, it should be the final stage of your job. So all that's left is for you to enjoy. For me, I'll probably go to South Carolina and enjoy the beaches over there. So career education, you have to have a degree as a fact, and I'll talk a little bit more detail. You have two ways to do it. So here are your two paths. If you want to be a reporter, you go to a university that has have focus on journalism. If you want to be a political science, you go to university that focuses on political science. I'm more lenient on political science major because I'm more interested in the politics major rather than a journalism major. Right now, I would like to go to the Georgetown University Law Center. So here's some university in the journalism major. You can see all that, and universities in political science or law major. So here's the best universities for that. My favorite is Georgetown Law Center. So high school, you have to finish high school strong, high GPA, a lot of AP courses, a variety of service projects, and extracurricular activities are all key points. Bachelor's degree, this is a bare minimum. You have to have it to at least to be considered, and considered again, it's a bare minimum. It doesn't guarantee you a thing. Believe me, when if you only have a bachelor's degree and said, what about preference? If you don't have it, you might be out. You do know that. and I'll probably have a higher degree, like a profession degree, that prepare me for this, profession. And if I have it, I will look more competitive. And when I'm talking, I'm discussing, analyzing, I will look more professional. So, really experience. You should have some political experience, whereas journalism experience, that's up to you. So let me talk to you about the journalism experience first. So you can be a reporter, you're reporting the news, or you can be a news analyst, analyzing news backstage, not talking in the front, but backstage. Or you can be, political. You can be a president's cabinet. You can, help with the presidents like Mike Pompeo, Clay McCanney, or all under the Donald Trump administration that all became political contributors at Fox News, and it will guarantee you a high salary. And most important, last but not least, elected officials, senator, governor, representative, like Chris Christie, John Kasich. They're former governors, and they're going to be perfect people for that, and they're going to have high salaries. And special skills, it's not like where you present, your questions before. This time you don't know, and you cannot have a 3.5 card. That's going to look really bad when it comes to your audience, right? And you must to be prepared to talk about any topic that the host bring up. Is to bring, similar question. You have to understand and analysis question. You have to know about that, so you have to be quick. So speaking, you can never go hum or like empty. It's like empty speaking. You don't know the topic. It just ask you. It's like a quiz. You have to know what you're talking at any moment, and you have to be good at speaking. And you can never get nervous. So that's that. And most importantly, it's a political contributor. So your political skill is very, very crucial, because you have to have professional at analyzing political trends, right? You compare today's trends as 20 and 30 years ago, and you conceptualize it in different ways. So that's up to you how you can present your knowledge to the general public, and that's not directly measured. So here's my works cited, and thank you again for joining me. Hope to see you soon.